Good morning, ladies. So, this morning I want to continue from yesterday's podcast, and I'm really excited for today's podcast. So, after I posted my podcast yesterday on the Hope at Last blog, there was some questions that Erin asked. And she asked me, why did I go through the affair a second time after being restored? And so immediately I thought of two praises that I had shared on the encouragingwomen.org blog in 2019. And when I went and had a look, I found a third praise report that I had written regarding why I had to go through the affair the second time. So I'm going to post those three praise reports, which really explains what happened and why it happened in detail. So I'm really excited to share those with you. So to answer the question, I know exactly why I went through the affair the second time. And that is because my heavenly husband wanted me to know him in a deeper way. He wanted me to experience having him as my heavenly husband healing me and taking me through healing me of those emotions, the bitterness, the hurt, the disappointment, the why. He wanted to be my heavenly husband in this period, so that I could, like I said, experience having him there as my heavenly husband. So basically, what happened was when I found out, I had done the Finding the Abundant Life course. And so I learned what it was to have a heavenly husband. And my heavenly husband loved me through that difficult parts. I remember days being in the kitchen and just being so hurt and just crying. And I cried a lot. I always remembered that scripture that he was storing my tears in a bottle. So I would go to him and I would cry to him and I would ask him, why is this happening again? And I would have these horrible feelings and these flashbacks. And, I would ask, I would have these horrible feelings towards the other woman. And it was hard, it was hard because we worked together in the same building, on the same floor. And for a long time, she would be in my thoughts, and I would, think, how could I be so stupid? We were on the same floor. We were all working on the same floor. And I would take that to him as my heavenly husband. I would do that over and over again. And every time I would go to him and speak to him about how I felt, each time I would feel more and more healing. And I think this is what really cemented my relationship with my heavenly husband. It was going through this with him. And to end off this podcast, I just want to tell you that going through it again led to so many blessings, which I share about in my praise reports. So please go and read it. It led to major blessings. So what I want to say today is you don't go through an affair for nothing. You don't go through the hurt and the pain and everything else for nothing. It's what he uses to draw us close to him and to know him. And so I hope that what I share encourages you today. I will share some more in my next podcast.